stern insinuation.
August 22nd, 2014. I'm Dave.
I'm Joe.
Set!
This is Biffcast. It's been a long time since the three of us have actually done a podcast together.
And normally that's your line of work, Dave.
Yeah. What do you need us for?
It's not been the same without you guys, that's why.
Ah.
Well, figured it'd be a good time to do a podcast because a lot's happened recently. Joe, you want to tell them what happened?
I don't know. You were there. You should probably say something.
I don't know.
I guess you don't.
I was there, but shit.
I know what the news report said.
What did the news report say?
It said a Denver man hit on his motorcycle today.
A Denver...
Around Dayton Road and Hampton Avenue.
I don't know if I've ever been described as a Denver man before.
Well,
It's a good thing you didn't say Aurora man. We know how much you hate that.
Oh,
they
that
may have
would've-
said
that might
Aurora
have pissed
man.
me
I
off.
could be misquoting.
No.
They might have been like, this man was Aurora
Well,
to the bone.
That depends on what side of the road you were on. You could have been in Aurora.
I think I was more in Denver
Yeah, I think he was.
because I was almost home.
Hampton and Dayton area.
Which side of the road of Hampton?
You must have been traveling west, right?
Southwest.
Okay.
More south, I guess. I mean, I was traveling west on Hamden.
Still, it doesn't change the fact that you're still a Denver man because that's where you live. It's Denver.
That's right.
So, that's bad.
Technically, you're correct. So yeah, about a month ago, well, over a month ago now, I was hit by another driver while riding my motorcycle. I do not remember the accident. Wish I did, because I'm not really sure how it all went down, but ended up rupturing my spleen, and somehow I had some pretty serious respiratory bleeding. Lungs were full of blood. Somebody told me blood was coming out of my mouth. That must have been a sight.
It does happen when your lung bleeds.
Really?
Yeah.
I got, several weeks later, I got my clothes back from the police because they were all like in evidence bags, because apparently it was considered a crime scene, and they cut them off of me.
That's what they do. That's
Even
what
my
the EMTs do.
even my Kevlar motorcycle jacket too. They must have some pretty good scissors.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they do.
They couldn't just unzip that?
Well, they don't want to, like, in case you...
They don't want to move the body because they don't know what kind of injuries you have, so they cut your clothes off. So it's not
Even
to make
if
any
it's
more
got a big
injuries.
fat fucking zipper right here.
Yeah, because you got to get somebody's arms out. Moving their arms around, if they have a back injury, you're going to cause an issue.
I was wearing a backpack and they even cut that off.
They cut everything off of you. The least amount they have to move you, that's what they do.
Yeah. My helmet had a scratch on the side, so I suppose my head hit the ground at some point. They said I went over the handlebars, and that's where it ruptured the spleen. I came down
I
on
thought
the
you slid
handlebars.
into it.
Well, I've heard that too. I've heard so many different things. That's why I hope someday I get
Because you're
to
supposed
talk.
to lay the bike on its side and get away from it if you're going to get in an accident. That's my first gut reaction, is to throw it sideways and throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
Maybe you can request the surveillance if there's any cameras around the intersection.
Yeah, it might be too late if they don't keep them though for more than a month. But there were several witnesses. Like once all the dust settles, I might be able to find out. I think I might have just plowed right into her.
Could have
It
been
said
two.
that she
Well,
cut out in front of you. She turned out of a parking lot right in front of you. And
Yeah.
you ran into her side. That's what the news said.
Yeah, so I probably just came up real hard on the handlebars. And that might have been it.
Probably.
Maybe I just
Because you crush everything
yeah.
in here on the handlebars. That's why you didn't
crush
break any
right
bones.
below the rib cage. Well, your spleen's kind of, I'm not. It's like right, kind of
Yeah, it's up in your.
on your rib cage, under your rib cage.
I think it rests on top of your small intestine somewhere or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
So something like that, and $233,000 later, I am in good recovery.
The marvels of modern science. Here's a bill.
233,000.
How much of that do you get insurance or anything, or is that all to come?
I shouldn't have to pay anything, and I did hire a lawyer, so hopefully I'll even get. She was underinsured with Geico. So they called me and they're like, "We'll write you a check for $25,000."
Not gonna cut it, buddy.
Yeah, not
It's
quite.
a little short.
So, the lawyer fights against like Kaiser taking that money,
Yeah.
so that I get some of it, and then my luckily I had underinsured policy for under my Progressive, so that's worth like $250, so that will cover it, and supposedly my car plan, which is separate, will stack on top of that.
Yeah.
So that's like the settlement that they're fighting for.
So you're gonna come out with a little bit of a profit, it sounds like.
I
I'm
am
gonna
not.
step in front of a car if you'll excuse me.
I am not holding my breath for anything, but
Parker man hit in Denver. Of course, I don't know.
I'm
where
not
you
sure
get
it's
that.
worth it though.
No, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't want to be unconscious in a hospital for a week.
I don't know. It sounds like a good vacation to me.
Maybe if you were awake.
I don't care how much pain
If
I'm
I
in.
could
If I don't got to do anything.
If I could lay
We're
there
there.
and just feel the effects of the morphine, I'd be like, oh. But missing out on all that would suck.
Yeah, I know I was on a lot of drugs, but I just don't remember much until I woke up about 9 days later. But supposedly I was kind of in and out.
Yeah,
And-
you said there was some shady dealings at the ER.
Yeah,
You're probably
You said you
dreaming.
remembered that.
yeah. Just
probably
the
almost-
night crew I think was dealing some pills. I'm not sure though. Who knows? But I pulled my feeding tube out like 3 times. I remember one of the times it was awful. And I'm really glad that I don't remember any part of my catheter I had in my bladder, that kind of catheter, because that's always been my biggest fear, is to have one of those.
Some people put things in their urethra for pleasure. It's not that bad.
Like guitar strings.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or like headphone jacks.
Is that the 1/4 inch or the 1/8 inch?
Oh, good
I go
Do-
1/4 inch
okay.
if I'm really feeling squirrely.
You
But
had to
I'll
work,
do
you
that.
had to work your way up to it, though, right?
Yeah, you gotta start with the 1/8 inch. And they also make instruments for that. People, this is popular in the Middle East. They make an instrument, a metal rod with a ball attached to the end of it, so it doesn't suck all the way in, and they insert that into their dick and masturbate.
that's
Apparently-
terrific.
I don't know. Apparently, it's good. It's very good.
I also had some kind of what they called a catheter insert, like through this. There's like a little bumps there, like into my heart.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was all
Like a
about.
stent type of deal.
And they had to drain out my lungs, and that brings us back to Biff, because it's been a month tomorrow that I've been out, and the thing that's going to take the longest to heal is my lungs, because like most of the time I feel fine, But I've noticed when I exercise, like they get a little tight. Like play drums a little bit, I feel tightness, and it hurts when I sneeze and cough.
Welcome to the world of a smoker.
So
Or an asthmatic.
so I just don't. I'm not sure how much yelling and screaming I'm going to be able to do for a little while. So that's why I sent you guys that new riff. Thought maybe we'd just start new and make some new stuff. So we'll see what happens.
We could turn into a lounge act, perhaps.
Yeah, I can sing some lounge.
Da, 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 da,
Girl from Ipanema.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, while I was unconscious, I missed the birth of my son. But I'm happy to say he's doing very well.
You made a guest appearance on your riff there.
Oh yeah, did you hear him in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard him.
Yep. So we'll just kind of play it by ear here. We're still figuring out our lives and what we need to do to survive.
Be happy when baseball season's over.
Yep, the Rockies are playing today. So therefore we couldn't park in our parking lot at the practice space.
Like 60 and 50 and 72. I hope they get 100 losses this year. They got 72 so far.
Wow.
Or something like that. There's only like 36 games left in the season. And there's only 10 more days in the season. Not really.
That's like double the length of a football season.
6 months of baseball every year.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Just 6, well, I guess basketball.
You know what else sucks and is ridiculous?
What?
Just like what it costs to do anything these days. Mostly like going to concerts and whatever. You can't afford it anymore unless you're willing to fork over, 2 people. It's like $200-$300.
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson speaking in January.
Okay.
Cheapest tickets are $95.
Where the fuck is he speaking?
I think it's over at the Dual Theater.
What is the topic?
I don't know. Astrophysics.
Well, I know that's his field, but because I can just watch him on TV.
Yeah, he's got lots of stuff on YouTube. That's my point. It's like not worth it. I'd love to go see him talk, but not for $95.
Just wait till he goes to a school. Then it'll be like $5 or free. It'll happen.
I hope you're
Or
right.
maybe he's
Seth.
too big for that. He may be just too popular to do a school. He used to tour schools.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know if he comes to my school. Get you well, you're a Metro alumni. You should be able to get in.
Yeah.
You're an alum.
Yeah, I doubt he'll be speaking at Johnson & Wales Culinary Institute, so I can't help you guys out.
Probably not. Did you listen to his podcast at all yet?
Not yet. I just started school and it's an insane semester. But I will get around to it eventually.
He's quite the comedian on there.
He's funny.
It's almost like a morning zoo. He's got like a comedian, guest host, him, and then like he usually has another colleague.
Yeah.
Or he plays like clips from interviews he does.
Cool.
But he jokes around a lot.
There's a lot of humor in his books as well. So that's
It's nice to see a
That's
scientist with a sense of humor.
yeah.
That's why I like listening to his shit.
Yeah.
Because I am going to be a scientist one day, and I'm not going to have a sense of humor about it at all. Just so you know. Not at all. Especially when we talk about global warming. It's going to turn into a shouting match.
So you're going to be more like Egon as opposed to Spangler. Wait, Egon Spangler opposed to The fuck is his name? I'm drawing a blank.
The Bill Murray character?
Yes.
I can't
Pete
go with
Venkman.
Venkman. Yeah.
Yes.
More Spangler, less Venkman.
Yes. Yep.
Well, I don't know. See, because Spangler fits in the middle there. Egon's way serious. Spangler's kind of in the middle.
Egon is Spangler.
I'm gonna be more
Egon Spangler.
more Spock.
Ray
less-
Stantz.
Oh, Stance. God damn it, I couldn't.
Winston Zeddemore. I just watched it like a few weeks ago. It's alright, Joe.
No, I should know. I got a fucking tattoo of the shit.
So, Bryson, our son, turned 1 month the other
You
day.
gonna call him Bryce?
Bryce.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Yeah, totally.
B Rice.
Be Rice. Hell yeah.
He, it's like a thing where people like make a sign that says 1 month and take a picture of the kid next to it.
Yeah.
So that's what Megan did. We didn't get very good pictures, and then it
You don't
was
say 4 weeks. You actually say a month.
yeah.
Because I thought you're supposed to call a kid, weeks and months until they turn 2. Apparently, that's what I read.
You
He's
should
3
just-
months and 4 weeks.
You should
He's
just
36
do days.
weeks.
Days for his entire life. How about that?
Okay.
He's 854 days today.
Well, so we were trying to get a picture of him by the sign, and he was on his changing table, and they all sucked. The pictures weren't good. And then we were changing him, and he pissed all over the sign. And, like, the marker ran. So, it didn't work out.
Perfect picture, sounds like
Good
me.
deal.
This kid can fart. Can't believe the farts he makes, like, out of that little butt. It's
Know
amazing.
lots of babies that fart. Bad.
So, in other Biff news, like, I pretty much have another episode done, but I wanted to. It's just not very good, so still trying to figure out like how I can make it better by maybe doing some voiceovers or something.
How about that new album?
That new album, I told myself I can have like 2 more mixes on it, and then I gotta stop. But it's damn close as it has been. So, my goal is to have it completely done and available to the public by October, by my birthday or
Alright.
something.
Or birthday release?
Yeah.
Not that it's of any importance, but if I ever do get a copy of it, I would like one with lyrics and one without.
Of
if
course.
possible.
Of course.
I would like one without lyrics and one without.
I was kind of nice about it, Seth. You were just straight up asshole.
Sorry. I'm just kidding.
No, I like to have it for all the shit. Just because.
Yeah.
If I didn't like your singing, why the fuck was I been playing with you since '97? I think I'd have left by now.
Yeah. Well,
Oh man, that
What?
should be like a shirt or an album. Biff since '97.
Down since '97.
Yeah.
on our Bandcamp page, because there's a couple other Biffs on Bandcamp, I marked that territory because we have like a banner photo, and I wrote Biff, and it says established 1997.
Nice.
So
I guess
everyone,
it would have been after that, because then we
everyone
started
knows who they're
Elysium in
fucking
97.
with.
Good.
No, I've researched the history, Joe.
Well, when the
It's,
hell did we start?
in the
Because we started Elysium.
we started Elysium in '96 in 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
We started Biff in the summer of '97.
Yeah, okay.
It was back then. It was still the psychedelic metal.
No
one.
muffins, agreed, yeah.
That's a good name.
We even
Yeah.
had a mascot.
We did.
Yeah, didn't somebody draw up a little metal muffin? It was a muffin.
The
with
funniest
eyes.
part about that is I had no idea what a psychedelic metal muffin was.
Well, it's good to know that the most responsible one in the group is the one that got married and had a kid.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
The kid looks like your dad too. I think. At least the last picture I saw of him was like that was just
I haven't
like
seen a picture.
Dave Sr.
For a minute there, we were saying he looks just like Megan's dad, like his eyes.
Oh, really?
I don't really see. I think he looks just like a baby. He can't really.
Babies a lot of times look like babies.
A lot of times, not always.
Sometimes, they get the...
Sometimes they just pop out full grown.
Hey, Ma, give me a cigar.
Yeah. Make me something to eat.
Yep.
Preferably from a titty.
Well, thanks, guys. It's good to be back here.
Let's play for 5 minutes before Dave passes out.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Stay tuned for amazing Biff stuff to come. The Biff Podcast is Dave.
Joe!
Seth.
Catch you later.